used to call me Crazy Joe. Well, now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. Today we're going to talk about the movie Nosferatu, which opened on Christmas Day. It's the new film by Robert Eggers. If you don't know, Nosferatu is a remake of a silent film from the 1920s, and it was also remade in the 70s by Werner Herzog, called Nosferatu the Vampire. This is the third version of Nosferatu. However, it's the 10 millionth version of Dracula. Nosferatu, the original, was a beat-for-beat adaptation of the story of Dracula. The names were changed to prevent they didn't have the rights to Dracula. So to get around the copyright, they just changed the character names. Dracula became Orlok, and so on and so forth. But it literally is the Dracula story. That's what it is. The original silent film is iconic. The image of Count Orlok is one of the most famous images in film history. Like, he's just a unbelievable character design. And that was the 50s, or excuse me, the 20s. The fact that they could make something that amazing looking, makeup wise, in the 1920s is just impressive. And here we are years later, and we've had all these advancements in special effects and makeup. And I am very, very sorry to say that, unfortunately, Robert Eggers has failed to match the special effects of the 1920s. As beautiful as Count Orlok, or that makeup effects for Count Orlok, were at that time, he is rather unimpressive in the new film. He's just a guy with a mustache. I compared him to Dr. Robotnik from the Sonic films. It looks like Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik, but emaciated and thin. The mustache is just ridiculous. But there he is. That's the original Count Orlok. Look at that iconic makeup. You would think you could take that design and with today's makeup make it even better. Unfortunately, that's not what Robert Eggers chose to do. The new Orlok is much less impressive than this image from the 1920s. That shouldn't be the case. We should be able to improve on makeup from the 20s. And they did not. As for the rest of the story, as I mentioned, the original Nosferatu was a beat-for-beat remake of Dracula. Well, not remake. It was the first adaptation of Dracula. The Bela Lugosi Dracula hadn't happened yet. It was the first screen version of Dracula. So since it is the Dracula story, this is also the Dracula story. And the problem is, it's just yet another version of Dracula. We've seen this story a million times. I don't really feel it brought anything new to the table. I gotta be honest, Robert Eggers, I've only seen one of his other movies, and that was The Witch. I hated The Witch. I really hated The Witch. So when he made other movies like The Lighthouse, I didn't go. I just was like, oh, this is from the director of The Witch. I really didn't care for that film. I decided with Nosferatu that maybe I was being unfair to Robert Eggers. Everyone's got a bad film in them. Even Steven Spielberg made a Hook. A good director can make a bad film every now and then. So I kind of thought, you know what? That was his first movie. Let me see what else. This is an adaptation of a classic. This isn't something he came up with. Let me give him a shot. So this was my first time giving Robert Eggers a shot since The Witch. I'll say this. It's better than The Witch. It's better than The Witch. But I'm still not impressed by Robert Eggers. After The Witch and this, I am really not impressed with this guy. It's really slow moving. Like I said, we've seen the Dracula story a million times. This is so slow moving. And I was bored through most of the film. I have no desire to ever watch this again. So, unfortunately, I cannot recommend Nosferatu. Now, however, my friend Little Movie Perp absolutely went nuts for it. So as always, make up your own mind. If you saw the trailers, if you're interested, if you like Robert Eggers' earlier work, this is something you're going to want to judge for yourself. I'm never going to tell you don't go see something. I'm just telling you it did not work for me. So there you go. Nosferatu playing now, doing very well. So it should be maybe in theaters for a little bit. Who knows? So check it out if you are interested. Don't let my negative review get in the way of you seeing it. I'm not here to rain on anyone's parade, and I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't be interested in. So make up your own mind. That's what I always say. Make up your own mind. All right, everybody. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you need.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.